I am not teaching, I am publicly learning. Kind welcome to Learning for the Life in UK test, part 521, while doing morning stretching. And if you participate in morning stretching, let's set your own risk. So in this video we want to do a little overview of Church of England. We want to learn it in a presentable way. So we want to say, let's start with it, that the head of the Church of England is the monarch, so the King or Queen of Britain. The spiritual leader of the Church of England is the Archbishop of Canterbury. The monarch is selecting the Archbishop. The Archbishop and other senior church officials, but usually the choice is made by the Prime Minister and a committee appointed by the Church. The monarch selects the Archbishop, and other, do we mention it? It would be Archbishop and other senior church officials. Usually the choice is done by the Prime Minister and a committee appointed by the Church. The monarch is appointing or select. The monarch selects or appoints the Archbishop and also senior officials of the Church, but usually the Prime Minister and a committee appointed by the Church, a committee made by the Church, put together by the Church, but usually the Prime Minister and a committee put together by the Church is selecting the Archbishop. Several Church of England bishops sits in the House of Lords. Okay, it would be that several bishops of the Church of England are sitting in the House of Lords in the UK Parliament. Okay, and then we're also going to say that there is a constitutional link between church and state, and that in England, and that the official church is the Church of England, or also called Anglican Church in other countries, or Episcopal Church in Scotland and the United States. It is a Protestant church and existed since the Reformation. Okay, I have two cameras. The first one is making this Learning for Life in UK test and the morning stretching, and I'm going to start now a second one next to it. And there I try to say in one hour what we learned here about the Church of England. Do we know when St. Augustine came? No, it must be in the 6th, 7th century, but we don't know. The Church of England. The head of the Church of England is the monarch, so the King or Queen of Britain. The spiritual leader of the Church of England is the Archbishop, and the monarch has the right to select the Archbishop and also other senior officials of the Church of England. But usually the Prime Minister is doing the choice together with a committee appointed by the Church. There is a constitutional link between the Church of England and England, and it is a Protestant church which existed since the Reformation in the 1530s, and it's also named in other countries Anglican Church, or in Scotland and the United States Episcopal Church. The first Archbishop was St. Augustine. And that is according to the Life in UK test handbook on the page 67. I forgot something there. Several bishops of England sit in the House of Lords. I wasn't sure if I wanted to mention it, so I didn't forget it. I forgot it still. But it was not really planned. The video is so broad, and we already added our little details with a constitution link. It's already a bit stronger. I didn't say it with a state church, but there's a constitutional link. We already said with Protestant, we said Reformation 1530s and St. Augustine, so we already gave we almost gave more side facts than the actual structure of the Church of England. So I'm going to stop now the second camera. And we're going to look shortly at what we will do in the next video. Here you can see it. I don't think we can do something to the Church of Scotland, but we will go over it one more time. And then we're going to do the Patriot Saint Days. So if you're here for looking if there's something possible to do a video about the Church of Scotland, the Presbyterian Church, then you can go directly to the next part, where we will also look for the Patron Saints Days. If you're just here for morning stretching, that is what we're doing now. If you participate, it is at your own risk. We're starting with the mushroom. We're bringing one leg up and we're pointing the foot down. And now the other leg up and point the foot. And now other legs standing wide apart, and we're doing with trunk equalizer. We're breathing in and coming down. And out. Again in. And out. And the last strong breathe in. And out. Again in. And out. Now breathe in and close the legs. We always breathe in through the nose into the chest and out through the mouth. So breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Next exercise, the legs are standing a bit more and shoulder wide apart. We're breathing in and lifting the arms up. And out, we're going over to one side. Breathe in and down the rib cage. And again out. And again in. And out into the middle. Breathe in. And out over to the other side. Breathe in and out the rib cage. And again out. Again in. And out into the middle. And out. Next exercise, the exercise has been named Now One Sees the Acroptera. We're breathing in. And out with one hand slides down the leg and the other shoulder stays down. And now breathe in. And out we're taking one arm over. Breathe in and down the rib cage. And again out. And again in. And out into the middle. And breathe in. And out, now the other hand slides down and the shoulder stays down. Breathe in. And out one arm over. Breathe in and down the rib cage. And again out. Again in. And out into the middle. Next exercise, the aeronautic, hydropathic aeroplane. Feet are standing together. And we're breathing in and lifting the arms up. And out, one hand comes down. Now breathe in and reach to both hands. And again out. Again in. And out, one hand down. Breathe in and reach. And again out. And again in. And out one hand down. Breathe in and reach. And again out. Again in. And out the last time. Hand down. Breathe in. And out. And arms down. Next exercise, the Niagara Falls. Legs are standing wide apart. We're breathing in. And out, and we're hanging down. We only have to come deeper down, breathing in through the nose, deep into the chest. And we're breathing out through the mouth. Again in. And out. and in, and again in, and out, and in, and out over to one leg, and in, and out, in, and out over to the other leg, and breathe in, and out, and in, and out into the middle, cross my feet, and we keep on hanging down. So breathing it in, and out, again in, and out, and last time in, and now out coming slowly the version back up, and making it the top, backwards, shoulder. And for closing exercise, we're breathing in and going down, and out, again in, out, and out, in, out. One last round, breathe in, out, again in, and out. Now breathe in and close the legs, and out. It was a morning stretching. I thank you very much, and until next time.